good start there for the Cameroonians because they needed this particular energy to unsettle the side. And of course I was talking about Belek and how they have always loved the way she plays, and you can see the supporters coming here to give almost everything out for her. And she did give you something to smile about, didn't she? Good piece of work there from Cameroon, and of course Jabrani shouldn't have a problem dealing with it. Of course, they're having a good time playing wide on the left-hand side, seeing plenty of the ball there, trying to move forward. There's still going to be a lot of balls here from Ngok. Infometu sends it wide again. In total control, dominating possession and dominating play almost everywhere, and now beginning to show that they are in. The sleepy giants have woken up all of a sudden.
And if you've been following Wafcon this year, especially yesterday's games where we saw Burkina Faso and Uganda, you would know that ball possession doesn't count for anything in this match. If you have much of the ball possession, you have to maximize and create goal scoring opportunities and actually be clinical in front of goal. So a match yesterday very tightly contended. One team a red card early in the game, dominated. Uganda dominated much of the ball possession, but when 90 minutes whistle went, it was 2-2, Ben, which means you can have as much of the ball possession, but if you do not utilize it to your favor, you will be in trouble.
Absolutely. That's the reason you have to be very clinical and efficient up front, not to waste a lot of time. Ayane trying to find space up front. And this time he'll be chased there by Levin Shettet, Uriel Awoni. He's been playing a club football in Napoli, Italy. She also had some stints with Jean Reims in France, as well as Madrid in Spain, born in Yaoundé. She arrived in France at the age of 6. She could also have chosen to play for France. She was part of the France youth international teams. And now the back three of the side, Awuna, Johnson, Leto, and of course all of them playing a role. So Gabriel Zabo should be excited now that the team is leading.
No, of course, this is probably the kind of start that he would have wanted and expected from the girls, because they are indeed forced for a response this evening. But interesting to see how these early opening stages, Gabrielle has done so much running. I feel that in order for her to maintain the kind of tempo of this game, she has to vary her playing style. She is known for her speed, but in certain moments it would be good for her just to drop, because like we had mentioned, maybe the speed and the mileage on the legs might not be the same, but she is one of the players that they will need for the full 90 minutes.
Absolutely. Ajara, always with a quick fate, ball sent to the left hand side. Ajara is waiting to pounce on this one, and it is Mbelek. Again, you see that from her, entertaining the crowd. They love every move from her. And comes the captain, Ongwena Gabriel. A little bit of a cutout there from the Tunisians means that it's going to be an opportunity for the Lionesses to come in here. It was only who had a little touch or the final touch on the ball for a throw-in.
Great cover there, just to really make sure that they intercept that pass. Otherwise, the defender would have just overlapped and got him in a good place.
She's just there waiting and still fighting. Claudine here. Again, it's been all the ball has been played in the half of the Tunisians. They haven't really been able to have time to come out and play their beautiful football in terms of squeezing passes together, very tight areas on Guano. And it's going to be a corner kick here for the indomitable Lionesses, who lead by a goal to nil.
And I'm I'm sure they certainly expected that Cameroon would come out guns blazing, hence the change in the formation, just to really try and give them a bit of cover, but also to be as compact as possible, because they know the threat that Cameroonians impose, especially with the presence of Belek in that top midfield, and as an attacking midfielder.
Just racing in there is one of the oldest players to have debuted for the indomitable Lionesses, Ella Johnson. She'll be 34 very soon. Gossip into a part. Ella Johnson. Ooh, that's a very clumsy tackle there. Foot-tight tackle. Again, the captain for the indomitable Lionesses there, who has been penalized here for that foul here. Born in Douala, represented Russia clubs for a decade. Gabriel Abodi Ugwani is making her 7th Wafcon for the indomitable Lionesses. Pretty much experience, captain.
Pretty much experience indeed, and I think in that situation she could have used the experience a lot better. Those aerial duels, ones that are quite tricky, as she receives a yellow card the first of the game, because it's always just about the headers, and if you go with your foot up, you're bound to be cautioned. And I think she would have probably just read the situation a lot better. Maybe just play the ball back for an oncoming midfielder to recycle the ball and get a good cross.
Gabriel Gwani was scouted back in 2011 and helped the team to win the gold medal at the All Africa Games in Mozambique, and scoring the game-winning goal in the semi-final against South Africa. And also competed at the 2012 London Olympics and scored the team's lone goal in the tournament during a 3-1 loss to New Zealand. And the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada, she scored an equalizer in the team's 2-1 win over Switzerland. So she's got a couple of goals there on her belts for the team, the indomitable Lionesses. She's also been part of the history-making squad, representing the country in a lot of competitions. So the captain would obviously come in to show a lot of skills and want to propel the team. And one of the disappointments that came in from the team, this particular side, has to do with their drawn game against Zambia and that of Togo, putting them in a very precarious position. And those who say that this team should be able to avoid South Africa or Nigeria.
Which is interesting. If it is that you had to get to the top, you have to make sure that you beat some of the best in this competition, which will include the likes of South Africa. But the conversation, though, Ben, around this particular tournament this year has been just the phasing in, the gradual phasing in of new players into the different national teams. And Cameroon are no different, and I think it will certainly disturb maybe a bit of the momentum or the fluidity that they know. But the integration of the new players, overseas-based players as well, I think is something that should be considered, and particularly this year's.
Ajara turns well and still looking for some. Ngombelek here, and Ogwene given a chance. She's in the box there. Ogwene drifted back again, and it still couldn't well be connected. It has been the Cameroonians who simply are enjoying almost every bit of a possession. They still come back and win it in midfield as they control and navigate almost everything there. They're sailing pretty high in this game. Claudine looking for Ogwene, and she's been fouled here. Already we've seen a yellow card going to the indomitable Lionesses there. The Uni could be punished as well.
Uni was just caught late in that instant, and Gabriel was certainly gone.
I think the wing-back play there from the indomitable Lionesses is working out. Manda having Ongweni on the right wing and then Zana on the left-hand side. They simply have been very resolute there. They also supporting Nawuna and Johnson as well as the Claudine, the 3-back. We've seen a lot of runs there, and in Gongbelek here, Gwena is giving a chance to see if she can recycle the ball back in, and this time it's a corner kick. They've had a lot of attacking plays into the Tunisian half. I think the Cameroonians are beginning to show that they are a team to look out for in the quarterfinals if they have to be there. April Nguani here for the corner kick. Halfway through the first half already here in Casablanca. It's Cameroon lead by goal to nil. And they have this set piece, ball drifting it. And, that's a training ground effort there from Claudine. That's a quality pass going into the box, and was always looking for Ngombelek to capitalize on that and to connect home if you see Kanali actually hitting the ball wide, but still didn't work out. Kabach. Match against Togo. Cameroon went with a 4-3-3 formation. We tried to see they can have a lot of attacking fluidity into their play, but they didn't work out, and a bit of a frustration there for Abassi, the